Silver stacking in the Silver Squeeze. Hi, I'm Silverstruck, and welcome to my channel. My silver that was ordered back on January 29th has finally come in. And here in front of us is an entire tube of Canadian maple leaves. These are the 2021 silver Canadian maple leaves. This is the obverse, we all know. And the reverse has the iconic maple leaf. And these are 4/9 pure, 1 troy ounce of silver. I do like stacking this coin. I do stack American Silver Eagles as well. Sometimes I stack an entire tube, and sometimes I purchase an individual coin. Prior to the so-called silver squeeze and all the silver shortages, I did start a tube of 2019 Canadian maple leaves. But thanks to a poor supply at my LCS, I have not been able to add. So this tube has 1 coin so far. Hopefully, we'll get some inventory soon and be able to add more silver, even if it's just a coin at a time. I also purchased an entire tube of rounds. And here we have the tube. So let's see what rounds I got. Beautiful. So these are Aztec rounds. I've seen Aztec rounds in a lot of other stackers' stacks. I've always wanted to grab them and decided to grab an entire tube. Just happened to time it correctly. So these Aztec rounds are 3/9 pure, 1 full troy ounce of silver, a lot of detail on the reverse. As you can see here, they're very pretty to look at. And normally I wouldn't pick up, let's call this a premium round over a standard generic round. But at the end of the day, you've got to stack what you like, and I really wanted a whole entire tube of these Aztec rounds. The last item that came in the order was an entire tube of a different metal. I don't normally stack these. I picked up 1 tube, and here we have an entire tube of copper rounds. And I'll explain why I decided to pick up a tube of copper rounds. It's quite simple. I noticed the supply was very, very weak on these copper rounds. Matter of fact, this was the only round on the website that I purchased these from. And I also felt it fitting that they were COVID rounds. Copper is way less expensive than silver or gold, obviously, or platinum or any of that. These sell for under $2 a round. So it didn't break the bank picking up a tube of copper. I don't know if I'll be stacking copper so much in the future. So now that the so-called silver squeeze is here, the only thing I can really say is the lack of inventory out there has made whatever this squeeze is a little bit more real. It's very difficult to stack silver with the lack of supply. And the premiums are very frustrating, as we all know. So, although I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy on YouTube stacking silver, I do have a little bit of advice of what to stack and what not to stack. Be careful of those premiums. If you want a government-backed coin to stack in silver, these maple leaves are roughly $4 less per coin than the ASEs. And that's $4 more per coin back in your pocket. I'd stay away from specialty silver. Here's an example. I love this piece of silver right here. This is my Pirate. It did come from MK Bars. And yes, I will buy figurines every once in a while. This is a 3/9 fine silver MK Bars Pirate. He sits on my desk. Pretty neat. But horrible silver to stack. This is a collector piece and not for stacking. There are some silver choices that are safer to stack in a so-called silver squeeze than others. And one stacking choice to consider maybe constitutionals. Here's a nice half-ounce Walker, 1942. Not a rare key date or anything. Obviously a poor condition coin, and that's why it's stacked for just its silver content. So you could always pick up some constitutionals. You could pick up generic rounds or bars. Here is a old generic A-mark. Very shiny. This one's in way better condition than normal. I actually collect these, but figured I'd show this one. This is a 1984 A-mark. They're not uberly collectible, but round that survived this nice from 84 kind of is in my collector stack. I find it collectible as well as I bought it at generic round pricing. So sometimes you can get lucky and find a piece of silver like that. I would just suggest stacking in moderation. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me some comments. What are you guys stacking right now? Are you stacking Canadian government-backed coins, US, rounds, bars? Remember to smash that like button and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.